Hey, what's up, everybody? If you were like me, you are super excited about the new season of Battlebots starting tonight as of the time of this recording. I got this idea last minute, super last minute, really, to do a little breakdown of the fight card for the night and talk about what I think will happen, who I think will win. I wasn't at BattleBots, I have no insider information, so this is just me making some predictions. And since there's no robot events happening near me right now, it's something I could do for this channel that could be, somewhat fun while this new season's going on. So I'm going to try to break these apart in terms of who I kind of want to see win and who I think will win. Sometimes it's the same, sometimes it's different. And it's a hard call to make on this first fight alone. Looks like first on the fight card is Whiplash versus Sawblaze. And this is two tough bots, two excellent drivers. I guess it's more than two drivers between the robots, but still, excellent driving, excellent bots, and they've both proven their worth over the years. I'm always in the camp where I want Sawblaze to win, mostly because it's Jameson, and I've been competing against him for many years, and it's always good to see him kicking somebody's butt. But yeah, this is going to be a good one. I mean, if it really is fight number one on the card, then you know it's got to be good because they definitely try to put a strong one, first fight of the season. So I'm very excited to see how that one pans out. Yeah, so I'll put a prediction on Sawblaze, but really close one to even try to predict. Second up is Mad Catter versus Fusion. I think Fusion's new, if I remember correctly. Mad Catter, I think we saw last season. I'm going to give this one to Fusion just as a guess. Mad Catter was not particularly durable last time we saw it, from what I remember. And Fusion looks like it could be pretty nasty. It's another, I think that's a Waiachi bot, right? So that probably means it's going to hurt. So yeah, I'm going to predict that one for Fusion. But both bots, I don't know a whole lot about because I don't think we got to see a lot of Mad Catter last time. So I think we just got a couple fights and it didn't really have a chance to show too much. Third up is Axe Backwards versus Malice, another one I'm really looking forward to. Some great teams there competing. I mean, all these teams are awesome, but definitely a good matchup there. I always want to see Axe Backwards do well because it's such a neat design and it's a unique design, and it just never worked quite right so far. So I would love to see it work, but I'm definitely going to put my money on Malice. Malice is very brutal looking. That thing looks like it will shred some bots. So, and I think we did see a clip in the trailer for the season that looked a little painful for Axe Backwards. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's hard to tell with the way they edit those, but yeah, very, very interested to see what Malice can do with that big sideways drum. Next up, looks like it's Scorpios versus Bloodsport. Bloodsport is one that last year I don't feel like we really got to see its potential. I think I'm trying to remember. It's been a little while since I watched last season, but I think I remember it having just some like bad luck and stuff going through. It looks like they've refined the design quite a bit, and while Scorpios is definitely a bot meant to take heavy hits, I'm kind of thinking it may be at a big disadvantage just because it's got to bring the weapon in from above, right? So it's got to go right into that blade if it's spinning. So, if they could slow down the blade, they definitely have a chance. Oh man, it's like I win. So like, yeah, I think Bloodsport's gonna win. It's like, Scorpios might have the advantage there. I think in the past we've seen Scorpios do well against bots like that. So yeah, I think I want Bloodsport to win, but I think it's going to be Scorpios. Next up, Lockjaw and Captain Shredderator. This one I'm going to put my money on Lockjaw. I would like to see Captain Shredderator win. I've really been wanting to see that bot perform in the new series of BattleBots, and it's another one that just has had some bad luck over the time that it's been on there. Lockjaw has done pretty consistently well, so I think he's the safer bet, but I would be thrilled to see Captain Shredder have a season where it's shredderating everybody. That would be fantastic. I would really like to see that. Then we have a very interesting matchup of Rusty versus Sporconaught. Sporconaught I've seen in various forms. I don't know if I've ever actually seen the heavyweight version fight. I don't remember if I've ever seen Lilith manage to have it ready for a fight. And that's not a dig against her. That's just it's usually because she's running the event that it's fighting at, and she has more important things to do than work on her own robot. So, yeah, but Rusty's a cool looking bot. You know, I'm a sucker for any robot with a face, right? I still stand by that. You stick a face on a combat robot, and it is like instantly cooler. It instantly gets the audience much more engaged with the robot too. So, yeah. Oh man, that's I don't know. I think I'm gonna put both want to win and predict will win on Sporkonok. And I'm also glad that they're going up against something that doesn't look like it's super destructive. I don't know. Rusty might, I mean, that thing might have some weapon power I'm not predicting it to have because it looks silly, and maybe it's not as silly as it looks. But yeah, I'm kind of glad to get, honestly, both bots. I'm kind of glad to see them going up against something that's not like a Tombstone or something where they're just going to get torn to shreds, you know, or could. I mean, it sounds like I'm talking negatively about them, but like, you know, I just give them a shot to do what they can do and show off what they're capable of versus being put in a situation where they're just trying not to be exploded. And then another interesting matchup, we got Sharko versus Smee. I don't know how long you're supposed to say that name for. This is another interesting one. Sharko, cool looking art bot. Definitely dig that. Another bot with a face, you know. Going with my theory there, that just helps audiences engage with those bots. Smee, very, very interesting. So it's like they're both kind of control bots, but I know Smee has some undercutter blades, I believe, from what I've been told. And I don't know, I'm not entirely sure how Smee is designed to work. I think it just is kind of a static bot and it's supposed to kind of corral other bots. Like it's not like a Huggy Bear thing where it's gonna come in from the sides or anything crazy. But you know, I think Sharko, if I remember right, is like a lifter jaw mechanism. So it would probably have a hard time getting a hold of Smee, would be my thought. So I'm gonna say Smee probably has the advantage here, but two bots I'm very curious to see in action for sure. And that leads us up to the what do we call them? The what I don't even remember the name. It's been so long since I've seen the last season of Battlebots. What do we call the last fight? I don't remember the main event or whatever. But yeah, Tombstone versus Endgame. I think this is these guys' first time meeting, at least at Battlebots, or you know, competing against each other directly. I know Endgame called out Tombstone years ago, a couple of years ago, and Tombstone is Tombstone. Yeah, I'm really hoping that Endgame is in better shape than it was last year. Kind of had a bad season. I don't even know if that was any fault of the bot. I think it was like bad luck from what I saw most of that. And that's usually how Tombstone loses too, is bad luck. So I'm curious to see this one. I'm gonna go out on a limb and give the prediction to Endgame on my end, just because you know, looking back, we've seen Bombshell knock out Tombstone by hitting that chain and stuff like that. And not that I think Endgame is going to do necessarily the same thing, but they seem like they're robust enough that they could go head to head with Tombstone and survive a few hits and you know potentially hit something that Ray doesn't want somebody to hit. And yeah, I'm holding out. Not hope. I like seeing Tombstone win. I'm a Tombstone fan. Is that the basic level of BattleBots? They just want Tombstone to win. But I think Endgame could do something here that will surprise us all, which would be really cool. I mean, last year was a lot of fun to see Rotator pull out that win over Tombstone. It was a fantastic match, and you know, I'd love to see another fight like that. So yeah, that's my predictions. I'll try to throw the camera in front of myself while I'm watching tonight. Maybe capture some honest reactions and edit it down. But this, I just wanted to do a quick unedited video just so I can get it out, you know, very quickly onto my channel and share those predictions. I know there won't be a lot of time between me uploading this and the fight airing, but if you have any predictions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Or if you just want to laugh at how completely wrong I was, feel free to do that as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys a bit later.